And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the 2. 6 on the shot clock. Harden can't hit. And they're moving it up. Here's Covington. Finished off the break. Covington's got the game going here with the first basket for the Trailblazers. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Harden. Jordan kicks to Irving. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Powell. We're about 1 minute into the first. Irving with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love how Irving mixes it up outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
Now, here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Off target with his 3.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
Right side, Covington. Back to McCollum. Feeds to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shot clock at 3. Portland no good that time either.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Irving dishes to Harden. They now take the lead.
The bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Now here's McCollum. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And there's the pass to Lillard. Portland again missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Irving. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Harden outside. Pass to Irving. Now Jordan. Here is Harden. That one falls.
Oh, that's a good way for Harden to keep the D off balance. Use the mid-range here.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Lillard finds Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here's Covington. Lillard outside. McCollum left side and stolen by Irving. And they're on the break. Here's Harden. And he misses the fast break layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Irving passes to Jordan. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and it's in there. Harden's got 6 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Harden against Lillard. Harden right side. The Nets need to get a shot off here. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets out in front. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive, and just being consistent, you know, in our work and our preparation.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Luwawu is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Simons the pass to Canner. And Canner throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Irving surveying the floor. Kicks to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brown's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
Now, some folks can call Irving too much of a gunner, but he keeps showing he can pass with the best of them.
Pass to Simons. To the paint. Here's Cantor. Yep, that one goes. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Irving passes to Claxton. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Brown. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's McCollum. Finished off the break. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Chioza's checked in. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Down low, here's Kanter. Count it. Kanter's got 8 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Chioza. Covered by Lillard, and that one good.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Got a piece of it. Brown feeling out a bit. Pass to Claxton. He dishes it to Aldridge. Shoots from 14, and Cantor pulls it down.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Jones, and Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
Kept alive, Aldridge. And that'll be, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard finds Jones. Back to Lillard. Now here's Cantor. The 19-foot shot. Portland no good that time either.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Outside Griffin. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And James Harden subbed in for Brown. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons.
I mean, and really, Harden never panics when the shot clock is low. Just so adept at taking his time in whatever situation he finds himself in.
Here's Covington. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Free throw drops for Covington.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Enes Kanter. What a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So a franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Harden against Lillard. There's the triple. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
There's the pass to Harden. Back to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
This is why you can trust Harden to run your offense. He's fantastic at realizing when you're dishing.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Harden with it. He's got 11. Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
Lillard attacking. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Harris. Buries it down low. Harris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McCollum passes to Lillard. McCollum against Brown. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan. Just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Little. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Claxton with the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Harden left side. Harris passes to Jordan. He kicks it to Brown. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Brown. Now Harris. Three-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Simons missing.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can. But, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team. Anthony
left side. And Jordan sends it back. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. So for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Luwawu Cabarro in for Joe Harris. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Cantor. Over Aldridge. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
5 to shoot. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. They could use a bucket. Dishes to Little. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. That's to Luwawu. Wide open. Tips it. And it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got 6 points.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 11. The pass to Brown. Back to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffin. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Oh, we've seen this before, from Griffin. His dunking ability is off the charts.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Misses. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn with the second effort. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. It's Covington on the wing. Puts one up from 19. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Luwawu, the pass to Irving. That 3 off the mark. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And the basket by McCollum.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Now Irving. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Luwawu, the pass to Green. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Powell kicks to McCollum. High post, Nurkic. Aldridge on him. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Irving. Out left to the wing. Griffin finds Green. Pass to Aldridge. Outside for Griffin. And on the way from Irving for 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 6. Passes it to Irving. Double team on Aldridge. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Irving. Aldridge left side. And good that time. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead.
The assist is the key to that sequence. A great look to set them up.
Covington kicks to Powell. To the inside. Here's Nurkic over Aldridge. Shooting foul, and it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. His point to them was that they put themselves in the position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. Kanter against Aldridge. Harris outside. Back to Aldridge. Shoots over Kanter. That shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And he comes up with the deuce.
Set up by Lillard's nice feet. I mean, he loves being the quarterback of their offense.
That one misses for Jones. Nets leading by 5. Irving drives in. Harden kicks to Irving. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Harris outside. There's the dish to Jordan. Outside Irving. The 10-footer. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Powell. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Back to Irving. The feed to Aldridge. And they pick up 2.
A proven commodity. Aldridge wants the ball during these moments. Loves being the guy to take that big shot.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving against Lillard. Irving dishes to Harden. Back to Irving. Powell against Harden. Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
It falls!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Not too far from our...
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. Middleton can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Passes to Claxton. Nets passing it around. Here's Irving. Rebound, Milwaukee.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Holiday. Middleton for 3. The rebound by Harden. And here is Irving. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Over Harden. That misses off the backboard.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Here's Lopez, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Irving passes to Brown. Here's Claxton. The pass to Irving. This one for three. They get the rebound, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Holiday against Irving. Kicks it down to Middleton. Lobbed up there for Lopez, and stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Brown's got the ball. And here's Harris from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Now, here is Irving, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Irving looking over the floor, just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. He gets it in there. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Good awareness that time by Irving of where the shot clock was.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's deflected. They retain possession. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Harris outside. Pass to Brown. Irving attacking. Clock at 6. The kick out to Brown. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Tries it from 9. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. DiVincenzo against Irving. On the wing, Brown. Outside Jordan, inside, and stolen by DiVincenzo. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Harden in at the 2 guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Johnson. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut back down to 8 after they get the basket from Connaughton.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Now Johnson. Pass to Harden. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Now the feed to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Well, he's so good around the basket that he doesn't really need to throw it down. But sometimes Aldridge just has to take advantage of it.
Giannis kicks to Forbes. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out. But it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Harden against DiVincenzo. Now here's Harden. Defense right on him. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Harden scanning the floor. Right side Aldridge. Back to Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
It's good.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's sent back by Lopez. Whoa, that was a strong dunk. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 5-point game. Giannis with it. 6 points for him. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Lopez. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Nets leading by 3. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Harden against DiVincenzo. It's Harden with the drive. Warnock grabs the board. The Bucks have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. They recover it. Lopez left side. The pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the shot clock. Tries again, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Irving passes to Claxton. The shot's good. Claxton's got his first basket.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
56 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Claxton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. With the putback. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Middleton finds Portis, shoots over Brown. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here is Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 9.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
And so it's...
Thanks, Brooke. Where is the...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a solid 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. And that should...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Antetokounmpo, an easy 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Harden against Holiday. Harden the pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Forbes checked in. Holiday against Harden. Here's Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
And stolen by Jordan. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Milwaukee. Brooklyn leading by 6. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Holiday against Harden. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Forbes kicks to Antetokounmpo, who's back up. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. For Milwaukee, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek freak is the real deal.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Nora. Shot clock at 6. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Aldridge's shot is good.
Boy, Aldridge has a really nice knack and rhythm with the catch and shoot opportunities.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Forbes, the pass to Tucker. Back to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And it's denied. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. There's the lob to Portis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. It's Aldridge, high post. Puts the move on. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Aldridge has a nice methodical way about his game that makes him extremely reliable down low. He's a smooth operator in the post.
Kicks it to Tucker. He's looking for Portis and finds him. Clock at 6. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Aldridge. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Outside Irving. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Connaughton. Feeds it to Tucker. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, you got to do a lot more than that against Tucker, fellas. He's too big, too strong at times for the defense.
Now Irving. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 16 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The third quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back.
Venom.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Bucks trail by 8. They've got Harris. Aldridge out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. And it's Chioza in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Harden outside. He kicks to Aldridge. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Aldridge has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. On offense, here are the Bucks. Forbes, the pass to Middleton. Knocks down the 3 ball. Middleton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nets leading by 7. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Outside Holiday. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Lopez. And another shot. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving against Holiday. Now, here is Irving. Here's Jordan. The dish to Griffin. On the wing, Harris. Down low. Another shot. Outside for Jordan. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Brooklyn leading by 9. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Irving against Holiday. Irving dishes to Griffin. It's stolen by Kumbo. Hits it down to Middleton. And stolen by Jordan. Irving with the ball. Takes a 3. Again, Irving missing. Bucks trail by 9. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he makes the bucket. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nets leading by 7. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Harden against DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
So for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Harris. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, the Bucks miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. DiVincenzo against Harden. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Here's Giannis. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Taken away by Holiday. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Green in at the 4-man position. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George for the 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Harden with the stuff.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside Leonard. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. In these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking, do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
Irving with the ball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Outside Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Jackson, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Irving, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup.
Basket counts, and that'll tie this game up.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
And the Nets with possession here. Paul George making his last shot. Irving against Jackson. The drive by Jordan. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Nets, Aldridge comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Green. The Clippers also changing it up. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Rondo.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Brown, good.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Rondo. Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Aldridge. That shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Morris. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Chioza. No points in the game yet for him. Here's the teardrop. And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Rondo, tipped away. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Brown. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Harden. Clock at 6. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
The drive by Rondo. Got a hand on it. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. Pass to Batum. The shot. Rebounded by the Nets.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
A nice shot by Irving.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brooklyn leading by 6. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And Blake Griffin, once again, an opportunity to show us his bounce. A dangerous player when he skies up for the alley-oop.
And that one is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Harden outside. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in, and the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Harden against George. Doesn't go that time. Harden with the defensive effort. The Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. In close. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Harden against George. Just 5 to shoot. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 8 points. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Brown feeling it out a bit. 1:30 left here in the second. And it's Green missing. Clippers trail by 4. Clippers moving the ball around. And stolen by Aldridge. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. The drive by Rondo. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
The understanding that Rondo's showing right now in the pick and roll is setting up some great opportunity.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Jordan. The rebound by Patterson.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
It's good on the putback.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Pass to Claxton. 11 feet away. Irving, good. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Kennard kicks to Leonard. To the inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
And that's it for the first half of... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Leonard. Softly drops in the floater.
Man, Kawhi adding a floater to his game is a nightmarish scenario for any defender.
Irving against Jackson. Irving attacking. Jordan the pass to Irving. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
And a deep three from George. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. 3-point lead. Harden kicks to Harris. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Dishes it to Jordan. Misses from short range. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green, and it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Outside Irving. The feed to Griffin. Jordan trying to free himself up. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George has got the ball, and it's Leonard with the jam.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Outside Irving. Brown the pass to Irving. Shot from 12. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 10.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Here's Leonard, and Jordan sends it back.
You have to throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
Zubac, nobody near Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. The Nets with the lead. Brown dishes to Harris. Back to Brown. George with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. The Clippers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Irving against Rondo, and stolen by Jordan. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
The deep three from Irving. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Irving surveying the floor. Round kicks to Irving. Nets passing it around. That shot by Griffin, no good. The Clippers in the lead. George, that's a two-pointer. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. Outside Rondo. On the wing, Morris. Looking for George. He gets it there. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Harden. Can't cash in from close range. That will count. He can't hit that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. And we're coming. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Johnson. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Harden in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Here is Harden. And he dunks it right on Patrick Peck. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside, George. The shot missing. Good D by Harden. Brooklyn trailing 3-on-3. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Passes it to Leonard. Back to Rondo. Feeds it to Patterson. In the corner, it's Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so a chance at... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
George looking over the floor. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George stepping up big time.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Outside Irving. And there's the pass to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
A minute 50 left in the fourth. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harris. Clock at 6. The shot by George, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. To the paint. Here's Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Jordan can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's Leonard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
Well, Kyrie's resume in these kind of moments is full.
Clippers trail by 4. Outside Jackson. The 3 from George. Rebound by Jeff Green. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive output. Irving against Jackson. Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. 4 on the clock. Pass to Jordan. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Misses the wing chair. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rondo's checked in.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Harden the pass to Irving. Second chance shot. Harden finds Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 7. And a deep three from George. Buries it from outside.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. We bring you tonight into... And as
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Green is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Blazers on offense. McCollum passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Drains the three-pointer. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
So it's Brooklyn now. Harden kicks to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving against McCollum. And it's good for 2.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Now here's Lillard. Puts up a 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Green. Back to Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Irving. The quick look, no good that time. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 6.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Irving from long range. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Lillard. Can't get it to fall. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Basket good.
He's terrific at finding the open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Harden scanning the floor. Nice move. And he gets, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
Pass to Cannon. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. .104 left to play here in the first. Lobs it up for Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And look at Cantor rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Now Irving. The pass to Llewellyn. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Irving. It's Harden with the drive, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for James Harden. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. McCollum with the ball. 6 points for him. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Irving. Out to the right wing. Over McCollum.
Gotta like seeing McCollum get gritty on defense, using his quickness to throw shooters off.
Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy,
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Brown out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. Lillard. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Griffin kicks to Brown. Back to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
This is what Griffin does best. I mean, he's like a ballet basketball player. When he gets in the air, he just hangs there, looks around, spins, gets some popcorn, gives a high five to his teammates, and then throws it in your face.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Anthony. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Poked away. Griffin with the steal. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Anthony. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Powell in for Jones. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Irving. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And it's Brown missing.
Then when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
It's good, and the Brooklyn leaders get down to 5 on the bucket from Lillard. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different setups.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
Oh, there's the dilemma. You want to stop Harden from getting all the way to the rim, but he can also just rise and fire, or pull up and fire, or step back and fire, and there's not much you can do.
Clearly a foul.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
Norman Powell.
The free throw drops for Powell. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. And the Nets also making a change. Irving's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. A 3-ball. Portland no good that time either. Nets leading by 7. Here's Irving in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Lillard from outside. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Outside Irving. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's Aldridge missing. Trailblazers trail by 6. 3-pointer. And it's Norman Powell with the 3. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Irving drives in. Jacks up a 3. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Here's Aldridge. And finally they hit one. And the Nets lead by 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Simons the pass to Nurkic. Lillard with no one around. No good on the 3.
Just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Powell for 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving attacking, shoots over Lillard.
Got to appreciate watching Lillard give his...
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reap.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. They've got Enes Kanter. He's out there with Nurkic. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. It's Harden with the drive. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Drills it from outside. Powell's got 8.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And here is Harris. Harden outside. And it's Harden slamming it down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 13.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Harden finds Jordan. Harden outside. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Powell. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris has got the ball. Green dishes to Harden. Top of the key, Harris. Shoots. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Nets lead by 5. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Lillard surveying the D. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Jordan. The 11-footer, the putback, and Harden on the follow. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now, here is Harden. 12 points for him. Outside Jordan, the pass to Luwawu. Outside for Jordan. Knocks it loose. To the middle. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Anthony can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 5. High arcing shot, and Harden with the basket on the assist from Harris. 14 points for James Harden. Down low. Out to Anthony. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
56 seconds left to play in the third. Harris with it. He's picked up by Little. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Harris. Brown the pass to Irving. Now Anthony. And here comes the break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Cantor throws it down.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Outside Irving. The 3. 11 seconds left to play here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Aldridge. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. And McCollum launches it from deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
I know.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. It's the Nets now. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Green. Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Irving. And it's Brown in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Irving. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nets.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. It's stolen by Brown. Outside Irving. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Nurkic, and it's sent back by Aldridge. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Nobody near Irving. Bangs home the trifecta.
Another area where Irving is lethal. I mean, sweet release on his 3-ball.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Lillard with it. Lays it up off the glass.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. They double-team Griffin. Back to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Aldridge kicks to Green. Irving up top, covered by Anthony. Irving. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
A good decision maker. He looks to make the right plays. Irving's contributions on the glass, they don't go unnoticed.
Here's Lillard. And he makes good on the layup.
It's tough. When I think of Dane, that's the first word that comes up. Show him why on that hoop right there.
Lillard against Irving. Inside, lets it fly. The shot's good from Griffin.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. Covington wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Covington's got himself on the board with 3 there. Outside, Green. 1:57 left in the game. Passes to Griffin. He feeds it to Brown. Here's Aldridge with the tip, and Griffin stays with it. And the Nets lead by 9.
And the athleticism of Griffin, just remarkable. He's fantastic at using his elevation on the glass.
Lillard way outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Buries the long-range jumper.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But what it had to be these days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now, here is Irving. Aldridge left side. Shoots over Nurkic, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. McCollum against Irving. Back to McCollum. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Nets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Outside Irving from the arc. And the Nets another 3.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
Now here's Irving. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Lillard fires away from way outside. They get it again. The tray. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. For the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here is Holiday. Griffin grabs the board. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Jordan. And that one, good. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. About a minute played so far here in the first. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
On offense, here are the Bucks. 4-point game. Passes it to DiVincenzo. A floater. Out to the wing. Lopez, no luck. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden's got the ball.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Count that one.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Here is Harden. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside for Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the shot goes down.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here is Irving. And he gets the bucket.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed, look out.
Bucks trail by 3.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Holiday against Irving. Five to shoot. Out to Harris. Over Holiday. Harris's shot is off. The Bucks trail. Antetokounmpo inside. Harris is there. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Harden surveying the D. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Harden against Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden.
Woohoo! Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Holiday, no good. Irving against Holiday. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. And that one drops for him. Giannis outside. Gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Aldridge out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the forcing. Here is Forbes, guarded by Green. Here's Portis. Back to Forbes. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. There's the lob to Aldridge. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Portis. He doesn't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving drives in from the corner. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Aldridge has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. 5 on the clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Irving. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now, here is Harden. The feed now to Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 6 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Connaughton.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Nets lead by 9. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown and taken away by Brown. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Aldridge. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Bucks trail by 11. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis kicks to Forbes. Sinks the three-pointer. Forbes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Harden outside to the inside. Aldridge, good.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 6.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Connaughton, and he uses the glass on the layup. Connaughton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Harden outside. 32 seconds left now here in the second. And stolen by Portis. Unloads from 9. Second shot opportunity. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Tucker.
Well, if you don't put a body on Tucker, he will find a way to burn you on the offensive glass.
Harden outside. 4 seconds left. And the layup is good. Harden's got 8 points.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a fight. That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo, back to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, Lopez so comfortable down inside. This is where he makes his living, Kevin.
Nets leading by 6. Harden outside. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Jordan. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. That one good for 2.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Harden kicks to Jordan.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Giannis passes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Middleton looking it over. Count it, good.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Harden with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Griffin passes to Harden. Here's Luau. Clock at 4. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton right side. For the lead. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Here's Harden. Pass to Griffin. Harden kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Nets lead by 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. The pass to DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Lopez. And Holiday has it in the corner. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Here's Giannis. Jordan with the rebound.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
It's good. And now a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Out to Holiday. All alone. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got 6.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Passes it to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Lopez. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Over Jordan. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against Brown. A wide open look here for Holiday. Traps in the tray. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Harris looking it over. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. The kick out to Irving. Baseline jumper. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection. Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Irving is out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Holiday, a second chance effort. Over to the wing. Here's Connaughton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 6. Here's Brown. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. And it's Connaughton missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. The kick out to Holiday. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And the Nets also making a change. Harden's checked in. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
You don't mind if the ball finds Lopez in that instance because he's not hurried, he delivers.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden outside. Pass to Claxton. Outside Irving. Down low. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, that pass is a product of Kyrie Irving's great instincts. He's got a terrific mind for the game.
Outside Holiday. Feeds to Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. over Irving. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Harris, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Lopez finds Tucker. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Holiday, and it's blocked. Irving with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Irving. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Holiday surveying the floor. Tucker with the ball. Working on Green. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Good on the bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Outside Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Chris Middleton.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength is savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Aldridge is subbed in for Green.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Harris outside. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Lobbed up there for Lopez. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three from Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Harden inside the three-point line. Forbes with the rebound. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Yes!
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They seem to... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Harden, and it's Irving at the 2-guard. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here is George. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Baseline try, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Nice mid-range J, automatic it looks like for Kyrie Irving right now.
George with the ball. There's the pass to Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. And Harden wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
George against Irving. He dishes it to Jordan. No good that time. George with the defensive effort. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's good, 2 points. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Jackson looking it over. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Jackson passes to Zubac, and Harden comes to help. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Batum wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
The shot's good from Irving.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
And here's George. Following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. George pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now here's Harden from deep three-point range. The kick out to Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Back to Irving. Lets the three fly. And he's good on the three ball. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Nets.
I know Kyrie is one of the best finishers in the league, but trust me, he enjoys the three ball.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. A minute 42 left to play in the first. Great positioning on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now, here is Irving. 8 points for him. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Jordan the pass to Harden. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Batum.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And Batum kicks to George. Uncovered. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Irving. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
Outside, George on deep. And that one is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kennard for 3. Griffin grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Johnson surveying the floor. No good with the triple. The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Morris, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Aldridge. Let's keep it alive. Griffin passes to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to man. Johnson over to help. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. The Nets with the lead. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Luwawu, the pass to Harden.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Pass to man. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now here's Patterson. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Okuru. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Harden. Defense is right there. Aldridge, no luck.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's man. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Luwabu's shot is off. The Clippers in the lead. Oturu, the pass to Patterson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Harden kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Here's Aldridge. And again, it's the Nets missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And he gets it to go. Patterson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
It's Harden with the drive, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Harden's got 6.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Rondo, bounce pass. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Yep, it counts.
Great size and great balance for a big man. Aldridge does a superb job of finishing through the contact.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Oturu. A 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Harden. Right side Aldridge. Shoots over Patterson. Misses off the right iron. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo's running. And no good. And some good action to the first 2 quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers, thanks for joining us, folks.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving at the 1. Here's Jordan.
Oh, man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 12 in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Oturu, guarded by Jordan. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Buries the jumper to finish the break. 14 points for him.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Outside Jackson. To the inside. It's stolen by Brown. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And then Brown with the dunk.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
George against Brown. And George with the stuff.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Irving way outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Oturu, guarded by Harris. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Right side, Jordan. Nets passing it around. Can't hit from in close. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Irving drives in. Jordan can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's George. He's got 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Lob pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
A good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Harden. Great D that time from Rondo.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And it's George missing. Nets trail by 8. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Goes up off the inbound. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
59 seconds left in the third. The Clippers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Now, here is Irving. He's got 16. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Johnson against Rondo. On the wing, Morris. The pass to Zubac. Lays it up and banks it in. Zubac has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Irving's shot is good.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Rondo against Johnson. Over in the corner, Zubac. Nice D from Aldridge. That one's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rondo in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 8. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. Harden outside. Griffin trying to get open, and the basket by Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
On the wing, George. And Patterson kicks to George. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Rondo against Harden. Out to the right wing. Patterson finds George. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Jackson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Outside Leonard. Good, nice job down low. Leonard's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Here's Harden. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attacking mode.
Now here's Jackson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. George finds Leonard. 6 to shoot. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Leonard against Harden. Over to the left wing. Griffin passes to Luwawu. Griffin kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Harden outside. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Batum passes to Leonard. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. George, no good. Nets trail by 9. Here's Irving. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Feel like the jump ball triggered Kyrie Irving. He's been on it with tremendous effort from the beginning.
George looking over the floor. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Nobody near George. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. From deep three-point range, it's good.
Now Paul George ready to shoot.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.